Arsenal could still sign a world-class free agent to cover for the injured Mikel Merino. Meanwhile, Edu Gaspar's transfer window masterstroke has been revealed with new details emerging. Hey guys! Welcome back to the Arsenal News channel. As we're here to bring you the latest updates to keep you informed on all things Gunners. Arsenal appear to have received a boost from Jurrien Timber's injury, with a crucial week of fixtures looming following the upcoming international break. Arsenal's problems deepened on Saturday when Jurrien Timber was forced off against Brighton. In an incredibly frustrating second half, the Gunners saw a 1-0 lead slip away, leaving them with just 1 point as their 10-man side struggled to hold on to their advantage. Despite the disappointment, avoiding defeat in such circumstances was a small relief. Frustration among fans quickly turned to concern when Timber went off in the 80th minute, leading to his replacement by Oleksandr Zinchenko. Given Timber's recent injury history, there were fears that he may have aggravated a long-standing problem. Thankfully, Mikel Arteta reassured fans after the match that it did not appear to be a serious issue. He took a knock in the first half and had cramp, so we had to take him off, Arteta explained. Timber has missed almost the entire 2023-24 season with an ACL injury and has had a minor setback in pre-season, missing a few games on the summer tour. His recent return to form has seen him start the last few Premier League games and, with any luck, he will be back in action after the international break. Timber has been called up by the Netherlands for their upcoming matches, so we will have our first clue as to his injury status based on whether he features in their games. The Netherlands face Bosnia and Herzegovina on Saturday the 7th of September and Germany on Tuesday the 10th of September in the Nations League. As Timber begins to show why he was such an important signing, now is certainly not the time for another setback. We hope he stays fit for longer as it will help us build on last season's performances. However, as Arsenal face injury challenges and seek stability, fans are pointing the finger at Gabriel Magalhaes following the draw with Brighton this weekend. Despite a promising start, with the Gunners initially taking the lead, Brighton managed to level the scores just outside the hour mark. The goal, which could have been avoided, came after a strong save from David Raya. João Pedro pounced on the rebound, and some fans believe Gabriel should have done better to prevent the goal. Reports suggest there was a gap between Gabriel and William Saliba that the Brazilian should have covered, allowing Brighton to capitalise on the opportunity. Many believe that if Rice had remained on the pitch, he could have provided an additional line of defence to frustrate Brighton's attack. It is worth noting that the ball was still in motion when Veltman made contact with the Arsenal player. Fans also pointed out that before half-time, João Pedro kicked the ball away after Kavanagh's whistle, in an incident arguably worse than Rice's. Defending Rice, Jamie O'Hara, who played for Arsenal's rivals Tottenham, called the red card harsh and criticised referee Chris Kavanagh for lacking common sense. O'Hara argued that the situation could have been better handled by a conversation between the players rather than resorting to a red card. In other news, Arsenal's transfer dealings have been as impressive as their form on the pitch. Director Edu has had a busy summer, with significant moves in the transfer window. Although the Gunners have only signed 3 new players, they have offloaded 11, including Fabio Vieira, who has joined Porto on a season-long loan. This deal includes a clause that allows Arsenal to penalise the Portuguese club if Vieira fails to meet certain playing time requirements. But that's not all Edu has achieved this summer. According to a recent report from Football Insider, Arsenal's late deal to bring in Raheem Sterling on loan from Chelsea has proven to be a masterstroke. Despite Sterling's hefty weekly wage of £350,000 at Stamford Bridge, Arsenal have managed to secure him for less than half that amount. The Mirror reports that Sterling has turned down a lucrative offer from Saudi Arabia, which would have seen him earn around £650,000 a week. Instead, he chose to remain in the Premier League and join Arsenal, showing his commitment to playing at a high level and contributing to a big club. With Sterling now on board, the focus shifts to whether he can rediscover his best form and help Arsenal challenge for top honours this season. The 29-year-old, who can play across the front line, is expected to bring goals, creativity and flair to the team's attacking play. Although Sterling is yet to make his debut for the Gunners, he was spotted at the Emirates during Saturday's 1-1 draw with Brighton, eagerly awaiting his chance to make an impact. With the summer transfer window now closed for Premier League clubs, Arsenal still have a chance to strengthen their squad by signing a free agent. The Gunners made 3 notable additions during the window, including Raheem Sterling's move from Stamford Bridge to the Emirates on deadline day. However, one of their new signings, Mikel Merino, has already been sidelined with a shoulder injury. If the 6-week absence is confirmed, Merino will miss games against Spurs, Manchester City, Leicester City and Southampton, as well as 2 Champions League games and the 3rd round of the League Cup. This could lead to Arsenal exploring the free agent market for a potential replacement. In light of this, there is a high-caliber midfielder available who could be the perfect fit for Arsenal. Adrien Rabiot, whose contract with Juventus expired earlier this summer, remains on the market despite strong links with Liverpool and other clubs. Arsenal held talks with Rabiot earlier in the window but opted to bring in Merino, indicating that Rabiot is indeed a player that Mikel Arteta rates highly. AC Milan are now pushing hard to secure the 29-year-old French midfielder. Rabiot, who is also left-footed, has a similar profile to Merino and could effectively replicate his qualities in midfield. Last season, Rabiot demonstrated his attacking prowess with 8 goals in Serie A. Known for his box-to-box capabilities, Rabiot could slot seamlessly into Arsenal's midfield alongside Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard. The question now is whether Arsenal will consider making a move for Rabiot in the free agent market. In addition to Declan Rice, another Arsenal star will be banned from playing in one of the Gunners' upcoming matches. After picking up a second yellow card in the match against Brighton, Rice will be suspended for Arsenal's North London derby against Tottenham after the international break. But the challenges for Mikel Arteta do not end there. Alongside Rice, another key Arsenal player will not be available for selection in an upcoming match. Neto, who joined on loan from Bournemouth on deadline day as a replacement for Aaron Ramsdale, is unlikely to feature for the Gunners until 2025. This unexpected setback comes as Bournemouth used Neto in their 1-0 defeat to West Ham during the 2nd round of the Carabao Cup. As a result, the 35-year-old Brazilian goalkeeper is cup-tied, ruling him out of Arsenal's League Cup 3rd round tie against Bolton on September 17. Furthermore, Neto will not be eligible for any future League Cup games if Arsenal progress in the competition. It is very rare to see a player become cup-tied at this level, especially a goalkeeper signed specifically for such matches. However, this could be seen as an opportunity to keep David Raya sharp during the first half of the 2024-25 campaign. Some Arsenal fans have raised questions about whether this cup-tied status applies to both domestic competitions. The good news is that it only affects the competition in which the appearance took place. This means that Neto will be eligible to play in the FA Cup when Arsenal begin their campaign in January 2025. If David Raya is unavailable before Arsenal's Carabao Cup season ends, 18-year-old Tommy Setford is expected to come into the game. Setford, who joined from Ajax in July, was named on the bench during Arsenal's 1-1 draw with Brighton last Saturday.